The Canadian Revenue Agency is cracking down on undeclared tips made by servers in the restaurant industry. The Globe and Mail is reporting dozens of hospitality staff in Prince Edward Island received letters from the CRA asking for back tax to be paid on claimed gratuities. Figures the agency said servers are lowballing when they file their taxes. With more on this, I want to bring in Paul Hewitt. He's a chartered professional accountant who ran restaurants for nearly 15 years. He joins me now from Toronto. Paul, thanks for being with us.
Hi, glad to be here.
A lot of these servers, saying, why are we being attacked by the CRA? Why do you think that this is the focus of the Canadian Revenue Agency at this time?
Well, the CRA has been moving towards a more risk-based approach in who gets audited, and they've identified servers as a group that collectively tends to underreport their income from tips.
Now, how much of a gap do you think exists between claimed and actual tips made by servers across Canada?
I think it's quite substantial. The CRA back in 2010 did a pilot study in St. Catharines where even though they had told servers that they had the potential to be audited for their tip income, they found that $1.7 million of tips were not reported with just 145 servers over a 2-year period. So they knew that it was a big problem back then, and it's just now starting to be acted upon.
Is it easier to trace now that people use debit and credit cards when paying at restaurants? Back in the day, I was a waitress, and most people paid cash, and
absolutely
nobody knew the wiser.
Yes. Not only that, but most restaurants have fairly sophisticated point-of-sale systems that can track the amount of tip income and in most cases allocate it to the individual employees.
And what happens now, do you think, to those servers who will have to pay back CRA? Many of them just can't afford it.
That's true. It's hard to have too much sympathy for them, though. But I'm sure they'll be able to work out a payment arrangement to settle their debt. But they probably will have to pay the full amount.
Okay, so it's illegal to not declare your tips. Is that what you're telling us, Paul?
Correct.
Okay, Paul Hewitt, chartered professional accountant and former restaurateur. Thanks so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.